What my heart meant. Heat of the moment.
What's up,
everybody? Sorry.
What's up, everybody? Back by popular demand, another FMJ review. And this time around, we decided, let's go with Edge of Tomorrow. You know, Tom Cruise is, what, 52 now?
About.
He's
in his 50s. No, he's in his young 50s, though.
Yeah. He's pretty old doing... He's too old to be doing these kind of movies, man.
I respectfully disagree. Look at the dude. Like, we'd be lucky if we look like that when we're in our 50s.
When you've got money like that, sure, you can look just like Tom Cruise, and you can stay you can stay young forever. But no, you can't.
Look, I think in this movie he pulled it off, so I don't think age was a factor anyway. But yeah, Edge of Tomorrow. Anyone who recognized that song from a very peculiar episode of a very awesome TV show. This is like Groundhog's Day meets first-person shooter multiplayer video games. No, basically this movie.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that, and I'm gonna say that this movie reminded me a lot of Source Code with
with Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. Okay, so Tom Cruise is playing this character named Major Cage. I don't even know the first name. I didn't even get that. All I heard was they just called him Cage.
Okay.
And he's like this smart mouth, fast talking military persona that's kind of just like front man, doesn't know anything, has no combat experience, and doesn't
somehow became a major with no field experience.
He was probably some rich kid like he is in real life. So he's probably like that.
Yeah, worked his way in, but didn't fight his way in.
No, he didn't fight his way in. So the plot of the movie is that the world is being under attack by these organism robotic aliens. I'm just gonna go with that. I'm trying to categorize them in descent so people can understand. I don't want to just say aliens because they're just not aliens.
They are aliens.
There's more than that. Okay, I'm pretty sure they were mecha. Okay, they're mecha. But overall, the movie's kind of I mean. It's just revamped on just stuff that's happened before. It's just rehashed and done with Tom Cruise,
And? Is that so bad?
Yeah, that is very bad.
No, what are you on about? Look, this was watching it was a nice, fun summer movie. You don't go there for drama or anything. It's there. And I'll admit, by the finale, like by the climax of it, it was kind of weak, I guess. It was like, oh, just another one of those, I'll just blow something up, Which, you know what? Not to spoil too much, but it's like, I'm getting real tired of, like, aliens always having, like, a mothership or, like, a central chain of command. It's like,
we as humans have government that's centered.
But we win because we're all separated into factions. You know what I mean? If you take out the president, we don't all just collapse and die. But like in every single alien invasion movie, it's like, oh, just take out the main boss and then everything is okay.
Because it's simpler that way.
It's fucking retarded. That's been done to death. That is enough. It is enough. That's why this climax is pretty weak because it falls into that. But leading up to it, I mean, it was funny. You got laughs. They did stuff with the 3D. Like the tentacle aliens, like 3D was like in your face, and the explosions and the sprinkles and everything.
Tentacle aliens?
Shut up. Well, they were. They were. You can't deny it. They're moving all over the place and shit.
Yeah, those tentacles.
And the design was pretty cool too. It's like you gotta admit that these aren't just generic like green aliens or gray-ish aliens with no armor for some reason. It's like these are actual like unique-ish, and it's almost like they never explained it in the movie, but the way I saw it is like, yeah, they're pretty much like this virus thing. Like, they're aliens, they come to Earth, and they're like destroying everything in their path. They're getting rid of humans, and they're kind of like outplaying us, all because, here's to the premise of the movie, they have this ability that can map out time. They can pretty much control it, but not by like years or anything. We're not talking about like days of future past, but like they know the battle, the outcome of the battle
by a few days, and they go back.
Yeah, and then they go back and then they win it before ever even fighting it or whatever.
And that's the story from there. Tom Cruise does kill one of those aliens that does have that gene, and it is passed on to him.
Yeah, because there's the red ones, right? There's the red ones that are like the grunts. They're like cannon fodder. And then there's the blue ones, the alphas.
That have this gene that can travel back in time, and eventually Tom Cruise does kill one of them and then acquires that gene, and thus the story unfolds. He goes back in time and he's trying to win this war by dying over and over and over again.
Yeah, and not to confuse it, he doesn't like purposely go back in time. No. It just sort of happens. Yeah. It's like because these alphas, they're rare as hell, and you know, not only are they rare, like you hardly ever find them, but they're extremely hard to kill. And he accidentally kills one, and it bleeds on him. No, and it bleeds on his face. That's how he gets the genes passed on.
For it being a PG-13 movie, I enjoy just watching Tom Cruise die over and over again.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. They did work it.
I couldn't take it seriously. At times, I was like laughing more than I was just watching the movie because I was
that
like,
plays into the fun factor. It wasn't Days of Future Past where you're like emotionally invested. It was like, all right, like this guy at first he's freaking out like any one of us would. And then he just holy crap! Every time I die, I wake up again.
At a certain point, he's died so many times. He's just like
he just doesn't care. He's like, all right,
he knows exactly what he's going to do. He just knows. And I like at first after the few times he's trying to die, he tries to save everybody that he's seen die before.
Yeah, and then not that it was super emotional, but like there was a cool scene to where his character really through this intensity that's going on with him. You do see him change based on his actions. You know, it starts off freaking out, trying to save everyone, trying to warn everyone that this invasion isn't going to work.
That was another thing I didn't get. Like, there's at one point in the movie that he decides to actually, because he knows what the exact events that are going to happen.
Tries to save everyone.
And he tells everybody about what is happening, and he plays out, and he knows everybody by name, by first name basis. Yeah. There's no way he could know this knowledge prior to meeting them for the first time ever. Yeah. And after he tells them that, he's just like, they just think he's crazy. Like
you would think someone's crazy too if they went on about that. If someone came to
me and told me everything about me, and me not knowing exactly, and they know exactly what I was going to do before I even did it, I would at least question where are they in time. I would at least be fascinated by the fact, not just completely think that this person.
Victor, did you see the movie?
Yeah, I did see the movie.
They acknowledged that at the end of it. Remember when he needs to assemble some team members? The dudes that are about to jump him, he tells them everything about them.
First time around, it's. First time around,
it's natural the first time around because he's still kind of like he hasn't done it 1,000 times yet. He's done it like I don't know, like 20 or something. So he doesn't know everything. And
you got to imagine how many different type of takes they had to take for each scene because they had to reuse a lot of it.
Yeah, some stuff was reused. It was cool.
And then the small scenes that they did change for.
I liked revisiting it though because like it wasn't like I don't know. I wake up and I go to the diner again and again and again. It's like he wakes up and he has to go into this battle again and again, and you see this battle again, and you see it from different perspectives and stuff, and you know different decisions that he chooses to make to either try to fight it, try to win it, or try to escape it to whatever. And no
matter what happens,
and it's not just Tom Cruise either. He also finds out that there's another chick who also had this happen to her. She also killed an alpha.
Played by Emily
Blunt. Emily Blunt. And so he meets up with this chick, and she, right away, also another counter to what you were trying to argue. It's like, he saves her life and shoots in areas that, you know, like, without even looking. Yeah. She's like, oh my God, you knew that was going to happen. And so she's like, find me when you wake up.
And that's in the trailer, yeah.
That's in the trailer. So then those two work together, and they carry on throughout the film, and they try to fight this alien force and, you know, mothership, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. And the ending was... I hate that movies nowadays, you can't have the main protagonist die anymore. Usually that you don't see it in action movies anymore. There's always got to be a happy ending.
I guess.
Tom Cruise couldn't just die doing a valid sacrifice saving the world, and they could have ended it like that. Okay, the world's done. Like, we got to praise this guy because he's the one that saved everybody.
Spoiler. I mean, I don't know if you saw that other Tom Cruise movie, Oblivion,
in 2013. Yeah.
Yeah, the you know it's you should have already seen it by now. But you know, Tom Cruise, main character, he does die at the end. He does sacrifice.
That's not really a spoiler because. If a movie's been out for about a year, if you haven't seen it, that's on your fault.
Well, we still have to warn people that spoiler in case they haven't, so they can tune out. But yeah, you still gotta let the audience know that spoiler in case they have not seen it. But yeah, I don't know. Overall, I think this movie, it was fun. You got some laughs out of it. I don't know if you like laughing and enjoying fun, but I do. And so I was watching this, and you know what? It was jokes. It was top. You see I think I was trying to make this before, but we got off topic. But the character of Tom Cruise does go through these permutations, because at first, he is freaked out, and then he's
kind of reborn.
Yeah, in a way, because he does learn a lot. He learns how to fight now after doing it so many times. So he freaks out. He kind of gets a level head by it. He kind of messes around at a midpoint, and then at the end he just not gives up, but he's like, man, this is just gonna keep happening and happening, why do I even try anymore? So he does go through these changes because of the situation. And on one of my favorite scenes was it was kind of that scene in the Avengers where they're all working together, and it's that one camera shot where it's just
pans
the whole team
around them.
The whole team working as one single badass unit. There's a scene similar to that in this movie with Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. I think the line of dialogue before that was Emily was like, we'll need to train you, and he's like, you already have. And then it cuts to the invasion, and they're just working together as this badass duo.
They also tried to force this love relationship upon the.
Oh yeah, that was some BS. I didn't buy that. I was like, why'd you kiss him? That made no sense.
Because Emily Blunt's character's only known him for a short amount of time. You got to remember that she's only met him for
But also keep in mind that she knows that because she's been through it too. So she figures this guy's probably figured out so much about me already.
We probably had sex, and I don't even know.
Probably have. That was they actually addressed that in the movie. That was pretty funny. I was like, man, that bitch is lying. But yeah, overall it was fun. It wasn't anything too serious. You want serious? Go see. There's tons. We've had a really good summer. If you want something more serious,
and this
more
is just
in-depth,
the start. This is just the start.
We're barely a month in. We still have tons of more summer blockbusters to see.
Planet of the Apes.
There's Planet of the Apes looks damn good. We should talk about that one. But yeah, so there's tons of other movies to go see. This, if you want to go see it for fun, go on a date. Hell, take your kids, your little siblings, or maybe go see it, enjoy it. Cousins, have some bevs. It'll be fun. It's a nice, fun movie to just enjoy.
I'm not really a big Tom Cruise fan, but I'm willing to make the exception for this one, for this movie in particular, because I really did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. The story was very on, and even though it's the idea of it has been used before, I like this whole reboot, so I like it. So in the end, go watch it. It's really good. It
is the greatest video game multiplayer movie you will see.
Yeah, it's
because they still haven't done Halo.
It's source code too, so yeah, it's really good.
It's top. Go see it.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining. Like, subscribe, comment. All that stuff. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and we'll see you again next time.